It really is. And I talked about that. I'm like, it literally is insane to see the quality of item play being so much better than what we see at Saturday Night Speedway. These players, they're not spamming out their fire. They're not spamming out their boomerang nonstop. They know that they can use these items to their advantage as much as possible. It's going to help them out so much more if they use it strategically rather than just throwing it out and saying, hey, you know what, if it hits someone, that's good to go, you know? As we are off on Grumble already.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that comes down to two things, right? Obviously, the field that we have right now is incredibly stacked and incredibly skilled. Yeah. But also, too, a lot of the Vegas players, there's about half of them that aren't here that decided not to come. And it is pretty clear there's a night and day difference, even in the qualifiers, because of the combination of the skill of the players coming in and the removal of some of those players that add to that chaos and that item usage.
Exactly. I agree with you so much there. Vantox with the Piranha Plant, using it pretty good. Ty right in front of him in second, but that blue shell's going to hit Tynan, who had a pretty substantial lead, so it's not going to hurt him that much. Ty with two reds, though, right behind him. That's not gonna be a good time, as we're seeing Tynan right behind him trying to space himself out properly. Shock is out, and that's not going to dodge anyone, and Bear's going into the lava. It's getting heated.
Once again, it is dodging two Waluigis. That seems to be the theme right now. Jacob here in third. We're going to go back here to Jaguars. Nearly gets the trail there from that player behind that's encroaching with the boomerang. That's going to be, I believe Jacob may be going by there, and that's correct. So Jaguars right now playing a little bit defensive. He's got Bear in the start. Oh, but by the way, the blue just happened to conveniently be going through the middle.
That's so, it was just a lose-lose situation there. Either get hit by the star or the blue shell. And either way, it's about the same time for that hitbox or that time of stun. So really, it was a lose-lose situation. But right now, Ty in second has a boomerang, backs Miles there. It does land, and now Tynan right in front of him. Still right behind him with a mushroom. Let's see if he's going to be able to take this shortcut properly. He tries for it. He makes it. He didn't make it in MK8,
but Ty's
but
trying to go.
Oh, no! Off the track. Never mind. He cannot make it.
Oh, and Ty's really trying to have everything. But he still hangs on. He still hangs on for a second. But, man, Ty, I think he backed out before that blue. He was getting pressured from Miles with Miles behind him with the red and the other items that Miles had behind that red. Ooh. And Ty lost his defense, had the boomerang, but you could see him trying to go back and try to get Miles to shake that tail. And, man, that allowed Tynan, all of that infighting allowed Tynan to hold on and keep that win.
Yeah, that's one of the unfortunate parts about Mario Kart, right? Because you have to deal with 11 other racers with whatever's going to come your way. And unfortunate for Miles, though, he was playing it well, made the first hard shortcut, but then couldn't angle himself out properly to go around that bend, and that just ruined his entire run. But at the same time, it's just one of those things like you talked about. You got to be able to manage all these different scenarios and be able to put yourself where you want to be, because 99% of the time you want to take the most ideal line, but sometimes, like you're seeing, taking an awkward line is going to save your life.
Yeah, there's a difference between fast lines and safe lines. Sometimes you do want to take those safe lines. And realistically, with those back-to-back wins from Tynan, he has now inserted himself into the title picture.
Yeah.
So that is a really good point. So Funny Name actually is kind of breaking away.
A little bit. I was looking at the point total.
Funny Name has nearly a full race lead, and it's getting a little bit late.
Yes.
But
you've got to be able to take him out.
Second place right now is pretty close between Vantox and Tynan. They're about a point off, and they're both about 12 to 13 points off from Funny Name. And Ty's slowly trying to move his way back up. But he's like 7th overall. He's been mired pretty deep, unfortunately, if you're a Ty fan. But it's still crazy. I mean, there's still a lot more racing to go.
There is. There's a lot more points to grab. Almost 75 more points to go. I mean, literally, it's still anyone's race. With Funny Name having that 75 points, we're going to Winter Animal Crossing, baby. Everyone's favorite track. One of the worst handling, worst design. Don't know why it's still in the game, but this is going to be an interesting one to see all these great players trying to manage this slippery slope of a track.
Jacob's got the cursed no game sound POV here. As we are going to our overall leader, Funny Name. He's got a 12-point cushion. Looking to build that up here going into the last GP of the finals. What is Funny Name going to pull here? He's in 5th. He's got to avoid Danny Fathom's pressure there from behind. Miles kind of slotting in behind Jaguars and Tynan. And a great run by Jaguars, too. You know, a lot of his teammates decided not to show up. Batter Cookie DQs yesterday. That was a little bit of an unexpected shock. So Jaguars, the sole PMA player in a really stacked room. And you got to think, too, Jaguars joined the scene maybe, about a year ago?
Yeah,
I mean,
he's made a
to
name.
see some of these players, like even Kansai was a year old in the scene, and they're here against some of the best players in the world.
Yeah, it's so great to see. I talk about that consistently, too. Just how much people improve once they consistently start going to these events. Once they start consistently playing the game, they improve so much. And to see like the likes of Batter Cookie, Jaguars, they're all consistently great racers that make grand finals every single time.
Wow!
Jaguars, though,
Good
whoa.
dodge for the red there with the backfire. Great reaction time. I think that skipped a few players as well. Meanwhile, Immortal right now behind Funny Name and Jacob, but gets sniped there by...
Everyone's spinning out now.
I think that might have been Tynan, but Tynan got hit as well. Meanwhile, Miles is now moving in past Jacob, or behind Jacob, I should say. 5D contingent up here at the top. And Funny Name all the way back to 9th. Now the question is, where's Vantox?
Yes, that is the question. Jacob now in first place with a mushroom. He's just got to hold on to it. Don't get hit by a boomerang. There is a horn right behind him. Miles, though. Oh, Ty is going to lose his air horn. To lose his boomerang to the air horn. He's going to be able to use his mushroom to get past Miles and grab second place.
It's going to be Jacob, Ty, and then Miles. That's your top 3.
That's a
Where
shakeup.
are Funny Name? Oh, Vantox
Oh
actually.
my God.
Funny Name with the 11. This is going to make things a little bit crazier now. Vantox.
Oh, no.
It's okay. It's okay. They got the ending
it.
screen.
They got it.
It is
They
a
got it.
6-point lead now between Funny Name over Vantox. You do got to commend Ty, though, for he's slowly working his way up. I don't know. Ty's going to have to learn to get like top 3 every single race to win. He kind of buried himself in a little bit of a hole early. Miles is being very consistent there, too. Well, actually, Miles is now in the title picture.
Wow.
It's Funny Name at 77, Vantox at 71, Tynan at a nice 69,
Yes.
Miles 68. Ty is going to be about 19 points back with 58. Jacob has 55, Danny 53, and Kansai 53. Unfortunately for Bear, Immortal, Vonnie, and Jaguars, they are going to likely at some point probably be mathematically knocked out.
Yes.
They're between 30 and 45 respectively, going from 12th up to 9th place there.
It's still extremely close. Everyone from 53 points can still, technically win pretty easily. Not easily, but still can easily bring their point total back up with the 3 races that we have left. Or is it 4? We're on race 9, so it would technically be 4 races left. So, honestly, still a lot more points to go, a lot more to get spread out, but Funny Name getting 11th. That is the shakeup that everyone wanted, because those 2 points are not going to be very ideal for him to keep his lead. Losing that 15 points, he's only up by 6. It's going to be insane going down for these last few races.
It's going to be, I believe, like a 56-point swing for the final GP between, factor 15 to 1 there. So anybody can do it. I mean, we could even see Kansai and Danny that are in the middle pack there, 5th or 6th and 7th respectively.
Yes.
Maybe pop off the next several races and maybe
Exactly.
make a run. But I think realistically, we're going to be seeing, we're going to be focusing on the 4 of Miles, Tynan, Vantox, and Funny Name right now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. You know what? And I don't want to count out anyone at that 53 points because they could still get first. But
They
what
can
I
come
would
back.
I would want to kind of, if you're in that 53 points, personally, I would start going into the more bagging route tracks because you're not winning the running game, right?
Yeah.
So you got to change it up. If you do the bagging tracks and try and shock dodge and just get that luck on your side, you're going to have a way better chance of doing that rather than trying to battle out these top-tier competitors on these running tracks.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a strategy that I like to do. Like the last GP, I got a level set, and I'm like, am I running in this lobby?
Yeah.
Am I running well? Answer's no. Okay. Let me go MC3. Let me do this. And I got lucky enough to get some track picks. As we both, our heart rates went up. Somebody picked Baby Park. But you do need to have that kind of discussion with yourself and where you're at. And, for me, I'm really good at scrambling really well towards the end. The snipes have been so precise today. But that's really where you got to be at this point in the game strategy-wise.
Yeah.
Are we?
It was close. Sky High Sunday, though, another controversial track pick. I personally enjoy the track. I think it's fun.
Better than Baby Park.
It is.
Better than Baby Park.
But at the same time, it's very simple, very straightforward. You got a lot of tricks. It's Trick Alley. It's the oval. There's not much to it, but still there's a lot that can go wrong for a lot of these different racers.
We're going to be starting here with Funny Name right now, who is going to be starting on the pole after that room reset. So we'll see what is going to happen to him. He's going to obviously take the running approach here. Going to get that defense. It's going to be a banana as he's got Tynan and I believe Ty right behind.
Oh, that first turn is always heart racing.
You just saw that player kind of fly off. It made me like kind of stutter step there for a little bit.
Vonnie, though, the only, has not been up here, been getting carded nonstop in 5th place. He's going to be trying to win to get a little bit more money in his pocket. Titan going to drag out the competition in 2nd. Has a little bit of space, got a little bit of time, trying to get up those 10 coins. Vonnie right behind him, though. Let's see if there's going to be any sort of insane backs. Vonnie has the opportunity with Vantox right behind him, avoids that banana on the snow cone, throws 1 green forward. Tynan avoids it, though.
Yeah, so another thing to point out, too, those clan tags are from MKT. So 5D representing Royal Flush, BM, Black Magic. They're having a few woes right now in MKU. And there are going to be some other teams in here, such as Speed Stars and a few others that you'll kind of see post-meta. And we'll call more out. I know Vantox representing Legion 14, XIV. But huge race here up at the front. I haven't seen any blues yet. Red coming in here. Tynan having a really solid run the last several races or so. Trying to keep Funny Name, Vantox, and Vonnie at bay.
Yes, going into this last lap.
Funny Name died.
Oh, no. But he didn't even lose that many spots. Oh, if those greens hit, that would have been absolutely brutal. That would have been the best case situation for all these racers. Vonnie in 1st place, Mushroom in hand, but Titan right behind him with a bomb. Let's see if he's going to be rolling for some other items. He does not. He's saying, I'm going to hold on to this, see what's going to come my way. Red Shell is coming his way, uses the bomb to deflect it, and now Miles right there throws another red forward. It's going to hit Titan off the track.
Wow! Was that Miles or was that Vonnie that hit him? Immortal going for the cut here. Able to go ahead and get the fire back. He's trying to go for Vonnie. It's not going to be enough. Oh, Vonnie with the back on Immortal. That was disrespectful. And Miles takes 2nd. Immortal, I want to know where he finished. 4th place, not bad, but Vantox getting 3rd. Vonnie gets last.
Oh, that's...
And I think we're starting to see something that now that we have a more international and out-of-state heavy finalist group, we're starting to see that unwritten rule of let's take Funny out.
Yes.
And we saw them.
Yes.
They were holding their items together. They were being a little bit respectful. They were waiting to throw forward until 2nd hit him out.
Yep.
And then if you notice when they saw Funny go down, that's when they proceeded to hit each other again.
Yeah.
And that's what it takes to take Funny Name out. It's not just a Las Vegas thing. He's been making it very clear he's one of the best in free-for-alls in basically North America.
He is, and it's just you got to give him credit. You know, a lot of people bag on him winning SNS all the time, but you cannot doubt the best of the best is here right now in terms of like seeing
in his own backyard, by the way. Oh, there goes the Twitch chat. Well, we got a backup. Don't worry.
All right.
Let's see what happens. We still got some Bear supporters in there. Bear's going to be kind of fighting for that, probably 7th, 8th position. Yeah. He had a phenomenal run going into, I was sitting beside him. He had a phenomenal run in the semifinals.
He really did. But still, like I was talking about, having Funny Name here and just showing up and saying, even though we have these top-tier Division 2, Division 1. Absolutely insane competitors. He's still holding his own. He had a 15-point lead, but now with these kind of loosely RNG-based tracks, he's having a little bit of a time, a little bit of a struggle trying to get his footing going forward. So if he gets lost in that mid-pack and consistently hit, he's not going to be able to win this tournament. He's got to know, hey, I know everything's against me, and being able to back up and really starting to use that RNG, he could potentially get around this chaos.
Now, I think it's important to know, and I don't know all of this off the top of my head because of the room crash, but Funny Name was up by 6 points over Vantox, with Vantox getting 3rd place and Funny Name getting 12th place. Vantox is now in the lead by approximately 4 points.
My goodness.
That's unofficial, but Vantox for sure is in the lead right now.
Yeah, I would not doubt it. That last place is going to be brutal for him. And like I said, he's just got to be able to work his way through TikTok, one of the best running tracks in the game. The one person that I could expect winning this track is Funny Name, so let's see if he's going to be able to come back.
Yeah, and Tynan and Miles definitely inserting themselves in the 2nd and 3rd place discussion. An unfortunate run for Ty. You've been seeing him trying to work his way up the entire time, bringing stars up into the top spots, but really just not having what he needs there at the end. Oh, thank God that was a false hit animation. I didn't want to caster curse him, but he's still there in 2nd for now.
Titan, though, playing out of his mind, truly one of the better players that are here right now. Always seeing him top 6. Really not much I can complain about when it comes to his gameplay.
And he's really like thriving late. And I respect that, because for me, I'm actually the antithesis of that. I start off phenomenally and die. But
as you say that, as he just gets murtated through
I'm trying to watch what I say at this point. But Tynan is on a tear, though, overall.
He really is. And, I mean, Ty also trying to work his way up, just getting carded nonstop. Not much has been on his side, but with TikTok, we're seeing him actually run for his life. Vantox throwing his red forward, and now Miles throwing his forward, trying to take him out of the running. But guess what? Vantox has that defense to deflect all the offense coming his way, but he's going to get backed by the one and only Ty. So that's going to, you know what, make the mid-pack come even closer.
Vantox gets hit. But he got hit by the horn somehow.
Oh!
So he goes down. Tynan goes down. Funny Name's moving back up. Miles here in second. This looks like it's going to be a win there for player in first, but
that
we'll see how this finish goes.
First, and my goodness,
Funny Name was second.
That's going to switch it up again, too.
He was 5th going into that last set. Vantox gets 5th, so it could be a tie. It could be a tie overall right now.
This is actually insane. This is bonkers. And Miles, fortunately enough, pulled out of 3rd place, being the target of said bomb and using his air horn and being caught up in that mid pack and being able to scrap out of 3rd place. That is still huge, and that's going to, you know what, shrink up that point totals that much more.
My life's flashing before my eyes right now. We're seeing this one player picking Baby Park. I remember Tynan talking to Mega saying, hey, what happens if there is a tie? And we are in a position where the top 4 right now are probably within about 10 points of each other.
Yeah.
The top 2, I think, are tied. But I don't know if we're going like Street Rules SNS Baby Park, if we're doing a 1v1 or like, I don't know.
Yeah,
but
you know what? I think that would be an interesting call by Mega, and he's the one running this whole event. So let's see what he's going to bring up, because it could possibly end in a tie, and I do not want an Edgeguard 2 champion to be tied. I don't personally
either.
For me, I don't think a tie is really a win. Granted, you did win the event, but you're still tying with someone else. You got to show up and say, hey, I'm the better racer. I mean, even then, I think it would be a cool 1v1, 150. You both get to pick your own tracks, whatever goes, and do a 1v1, because these racers, it would be extremely interesting to see.
Yeah, like a best of 3 would be, I think, ideal. We'll see. I mean, I'm curious to know what's going on in the chat. We still got 2 races left. No Baby Park, so that's good.
Thank goodness.
We are going Royal, so this is going to be a little bit interesting.
Royal Raceway, I think it's one of the most consistent tracks when it comes to, hey, I want something safe, I want something I could bag, I want something that I could possibly come back on, or even front run. So it's a very interesting track.
Yeah, I think Zoro is saying Vantox could be in the lead by 1, but it's close. And
it's insane.
Miles is also, with his 3rd place finish, is also coming up those ranks. Funny Name is right there as well. Ty's probably making a case for a top 5 finish right now, but Tynan is in that picture as well. That is your top 5 overall, I believe.
Oh, man. I wanted this. I would not want just one person running away with the lead. I want to see it come down to the final race and have these competitors be on life support. Ty, unfortunately, took that no-item shortcut into the off-road and gets hit by a red. He's going to back up to do some bagging. One of the great things about this track is that you can do that. And then we're seeing Danny Fathom in 2nd place, Mushroom in hand, but that cannot save you from the deadly boomerang forward and backwards, being connected twice in a row. He's going to have to go back and bag. Fire is out. It does not connect the first time. He's going to have to back it, hits the competitor behind him, and now look at that gap on the mini-map.
Yeah, this is getting pretty wide, and you do have players with nothing to lose, looking to cause a little bit of havoc in the back, probably going to be the deciding factor in shaking things up here for the overall winner. So a lot of the top players are going to have to be aware that these Vegas locals that are out right now, they are definitely not to be discounted, because their item usage is going to dictate the race. Miles, incredible bomb back.
Very beautiful, but guess what? He's going to have a little karma coming his way with that blue shell. He's got nothing to protect himself with. Tynan going to get hit by another red. Another red's going to pass him. Bullet Bill is going to be able to dodge, and that's Bonnie in that Bullet Bill. Kanzai in 2nd, and Miles is running for his life, saying, do not throw anything my way, please. Kanzai in 1st place, Vonnie in 2nd. This would shake up the standings insanely. It will be huge for these 2 competitors to grab 1,
And this is interesting. If all of the players that are in the bottom part of the standings, you do see Vantox there in 3rd, this is really going to make things a little bit closer, unless one of those players can come up. Vonnie opting to let Conce take the full brunt of that hit.
Oh,
he
Bonnie
uses the home there.
He should have held that for a little bit longer. Vantox going to have those 2 greens. That may be detrimental to Bonnie's run here. He backs it, lands it on another Roy out there, and look at that. Vantox outlining the competition.
He's being generous. He's not hitting the back.
That is insane.
Conce with the win. He's going for Tynan. He did what Batter Cookie did. He went for that angled back on Tynan. Did it land? The answer is maybe. It didn't affect Tynan too much if it did.
Funny got 11th.
Funny 11th. This is not good if you're a Funny Name fan. Vantox now doing incredibly well. Has a pretty sizable lead. Bob, probably at least 10 points right now. I think what we're going to need to see, and we got to also factor in where Miles and Tynan finished. Tynan did finish in 5th. I'm not sure where Miles finished. We do have a slight delay on there, so we'll check in a second. Miles actually did finish. Well, Miles is actually down by 2. So Miles is still mathematically in it. No, Miles is at 28. So Miles finished.
Oh, Miles got 3rd.
Miles got 7th in the last race.
What do I know?
So Miles is still mathematically in this. Miles is kind of in the same picture that Funny Name's in now. I
kind of despise that we got a room error. I really do.
I think that this is Vantox's lobby to lose. I think that's where we are.
Yeah, absolutely. I do agree with that.
Galley is saying that Miles and Funny are tied for the lead and Vantox is down 1. But Vantox was down 6, and now he's up several. But Miles is in there, though.
Yeah.
Miles is in the picture. Tynan is very close as well.
And now it comes down to the final race. What will these competitors pick? It is do or die for at least 4 or 5 of these competitors on winning a huge prize pot money for first place.
We don't know how it breaks down, but you got to think that, like, at a minimum, first place is making 600, maybe 700 and change.
I mean, I like you said 1,400 plus. I was gonna say like maybe 400 plus, but it's a lot of.
It's a 1,410 pot. So we haven't seen a level like that since Momocon. Momocon was 1,460.
Yeah.
But Edgeguard actually gets the record for the highest paying weekend. No, they don't. Never mind. That's second highest because Momocon was like over 3K.
Yeah, Momocon was insane, but still having this giant prize pool here, it is.
The 2v2 Mogi, and it's going to come down to Hyrule.
Hyrule,
one of the more common picked runner tracks in all of 6v6 and Mogis, and it's going to come down to this. So we're going to have a little bit of a battle here, and keep an eye out on Tynan, Miles, Funny Name, Vantox. This is going to be interesting. Funny Name's got a lot of work to do, and he's got to bank on some bad performances.
Yes, absolutely. We are here. The final race of Edgeguard 2, the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Tournament, the most stacked. It is so difficult. Every one of these racers have made a name for themselves to be battling it out, just doing an amazing job, and we are now almost halfway done with the first lap. Vantox not getting contested at this point, had no defense throughout that first box, but neither did Jacob. Now having a green shell in hand, will you be able to snipe out Vantox in first place? That's the name of the game right now. Miles gonna get dragged out, pushed all the way down to the middle of the pack. Vantox still in first place, racing amazingly, 10 coins in his pocket.
Vantox has maybe about a 7 or an 8 point cushion over Miles and Funny Name, getting a little bit of clarification there. This is the final race as well. Miles goes down. Vonnie trying to play spoiler. Vantox needs to hold down first place here. He's got to keep an eye out for Miles and Funny Name, potentially Tynan.
Yes, Vonnie unfortunately missing the trick. Funny Name right behind him in a ghost. Not going to be able to grab an item box. That's going to be detrimental. If Vonnie can hit him out, this is going to be Funny Name's loss. He is going to go right past Vonnie, still in front of him with a red shell. Funny Name's got to be careful. He knows that he's vulnerable. He knows he's got no defense. This could brutally hurt him. Blue shell is out. That's going to be going towards Vantox into this third lap. Does he have anything to avoid it with?
Vantox has a little bit of a cushion. He takes the full brunt of the hit. Funny Name and Vonnie going to be moving up over Vantox, but Vantox does have a bit of a cushion. A lot of hitting going on behind. Danny now moving into third place. Vantox here in second. He's a little bit careful because he knows Danny has that green shell. That's going to get fired forward there. Vonnie dragging that banana. Danny gets hit out there, but still stays in second. Vonnie's race to lose, but who's going to be overall?
Vantox.
Jacob moving, and it's going to be Danny that takes the horn out on Jacob. The Bill takes out Vantox. We don't know where Funny Name is. We don't know where Miles is. Ty is in third. Danny's in fourth.
Oh,
Vantox goes down.
Oh, no, he's going to move all the way down to fifth place.
Miles goes down. Where's Funny Name?
Ty gets second, and
Funny Name
gets
I don't know.
Oh, Oh my God, the worst case situation. Vantox gets 8th place.
Oh, Miles
Tynan gets
finishes
10th.
below. The question is, did Vantox hang on? He might have.
He might have. With 8th place, it's not bad. 8th place has a lot of points to give to your little ledge of a lead. So with that, you're seeing the point total. Ty, at least with this last Grand Prix, had 42 points. Vonnie with 41, Vantox with 35, Kanza with 33, Miles with 30, Danny with going down from there. My God, what an ending. That was the worst case
with the
situation.
pop-offs and what we saw, I think we are waiting for the official confirmation.
Oh, yes.
I think we know who it is, but let's wait till the official scores are going to be released, and they're going to be coming, I believe, relatively soon. But, man, can we just talk about what we just saw? That was one of the most stacked finals, probably North American land history, and it was back and forth. There were players in it till the very end, at least 3 or 4. And it came down to really solid tracks. It wasn't like a crazy Cheeseland Baby Park finish.
I love it.
We had a really good mixture of tracks, and it came down to some running.
Yes, it came down who was the better racer, and that's what I like to see. I was about to bring that up. I was happy that it wasn't a bagging track, that someone just won out of pure luck, pure RNG, dodging shock. It came down to if I was going to be able to consistently run this track and win. And Vantox almost threw it all away. If he got 12th, we probably would have seen another victory, per se, if we do know that if Vantox won, we don't know yet. If he did mess that up and it just came down to, hey, that's just one of the things you got to account for. That's happened to me 50 million times. When we taking that last high roll shortcut, bumping into a wall, losing so many spots. He was fortunate enough to pull out 5+ points, but my goodness, it was insane.
Yeah, there's so many like sub-storylines. I mean, some of these players were teammates or former teammates of each other. Some players are current teammates of each other. And
there was no teaming here.
You were kind of wondering, too, like,
when
you saw Vonnie and you saw Constantine moving up there in some of those later races, were they going to give everybody a hard time? Were they going to let those players that were fighting for the win fight it out, kind of like in hockey? Some players have different ethical views of that. It really, I think, comes down to where you are on the track, but Vonnie was throwing no punches, pretty much took Miles out of contention.
Yeah.
And they're former teammates, by the way, from MKO. Vantox, I think, had a 12-point cushion on Funny Name. He was down 6, so that's good there. And then also with Miles finishing lower than Vantox, it appears that Vantox could be the unofficial winner, but we're going to have to wait and get a sense of what it is officially.
I mean, it's insane. It's insane. I don't know. There's no other word to describe what this event was, because it's some of the best Mario Kart competitive scene that you'll probably see in a really long time, because all of these racers, they're talented, they know how to play, they were conservative with their items, item play was phenomenal, racing was phenomenal, everyone was battling it out till the very last race. Like, no one was counting themselves out per se, like Vonnie even being able to come back, Kanzai grabbing some nice top 3s. There were so many stories that were just developing as even with those final 5 races that we just saw.
Yeah, a lot of locals showed up and made the grand final, so congratulations to all the Las Vegas locals that knew they had an uphill battle, that made it in over Sneaks, over SNS 100 winner RXD, a.k.a. Krakow, taking out world record holder Super Effects, although we know he's a little bit off the game, more tour focused. But, I mean, you're beating so many phenomenal competitors. You have the players coming in, really putting on a show.
Exactly.
And you also got some breakout performances like Kansai, who's, really kind of cementing himself as another up-and-coming North American racer. I mean, and the Royal Flush group, they were phenomenal.
Yes.
They pretty much dominated the 2v2, by the way.
Yeah, they were amazing.
So their chemistry was insane. It was overall a really exciting weekend. And, I mean, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in the future. And, again, if you're interested and you want to come out, show up to Las Vegas, check the HyperX Arena for their schedule of events, and we're really hoping maybe we can have a bigger event here next year. It really just kind of comes down to the support of the overall community, and we also got to get the Vegas community, supporting as well. So we're close. I think we're really close to seeing some bigger events.
Yeah, we just got production saying it's close. We're getting the points very, very. But the thing was, we do have to give a hand to the HyperX production team, HyperX Arena in general. There is no other place that you can go that you will get the quality of tournament running, the quality of the competitive scene. Literally nowhere else will you ever have the chance to play the game that you love at an arena like this, on a stage like this. Everything was ran amazingly. everyone was on top of their game. They got the games through. Literally minute errors in terms of saying, in terms of errors. And it was just been an amazing time here at the HyperX Arena.
Yeah.
We got
we
the
have the
scores. And Vantox will be winning Edgeguard 2 with 106 points. Funny name
and
right
Ty
behind
tying.
him with Ty at 100 points. And then look at that, Miles with 98 points in 4th place. Tynan in 5th with 93. Kanzai in 6th with 86. Danny in 7th with 78. Jacob in 8th with 75. Vani in 9th with 74. Baron 10th with 65. Mortal in 11th with 62. And Jackie Wars in 12th with 47. What? Look at that. Look at that, an 8-point difference between top 4.
It goes to show you the top 5 were mathematically in it until the end, and a huge shout out to Ty as well, because he had to work his way back up from the middle of the pack trying to put together some good runs. And man, Funny Name kept it close. We saw the battle all going down to the very end. Vantox able to hang on though, and he's been staying with me, and he's like, man, you know what? I don't want to drink. I really want to focus on my driving and my lines, and I really want to make a statement here. And the cool part is he got staked to come out here. So if no one knows what staking is, it's a popular term for a lot of poker players here in Vegas get staked. But basically, his whole trip was crowdfunded here, predominantly by, I think, Danny Fathom and Kyle, who is Super Effects. So I'm happy to house him. But, yeah, they paid for his flight, covered his entry. And I don't even think they're going to ask for any of their money back. I think they're going to let Vantox keep it a little bit. And he's been having, culturally some credit card, processing issues and all that stuff here. So that's phenomenal. Really well done.
Really was.
The fact that Vantox was willing to come out, the community supported him coming out, and we're starting to see players, be more open to let's get some players to come out here. It's really exciting.
It is. It is. The competitive community is growing. It's getting more recognized, and you can see it right here, right now. It is a battle. If you know this game, you can win. No matter what the odds are, it's not just RNG dependent. It came down to who could race better, and Vantox showed up today.
He showed up. Funny Name proved that he's not some Vegas fluke.
No.
He is there till the very end, battling with Tynan, battling with Miles, and Ty trying to do what he could to rise into that ranks and stole bronze from Miles, by the way. So just an incredible group of racing all around. I'm just super excited if we can ever do this again. Yeah, no, it genuinely is. It's fantastic. One of the most entertaining Mario Kart events that you'll probably ever see. I know we got cut off for the scores, very, very rightly so. But huge shout out to the production here. We're not actually breaking the fourth wall again, using the arena production per se. I mean, Paul's got this crazy setup. We're doing mobile streams similar to how we do at conventions across the country, and the level is just like it was at normal SNS. You would notice. You wouldn't have noticed the difference unless we brought it up. So it's huge. Everything here is just so high quality. Everyone puts their best foot forward to give you the best quality possible. Literally, HyperX Arena it's one of a kind. No doubt. It really is. And that's not us doing an infomercial. No, it really isn't. It's true. It's literally true. Where else can you get this? Where else can you get this quality of production, of competitiveness, of great TOs? It's literally insane on how the HyperX Arena does everything so amazingly. Yeah, we had some feedback. Yesterday they made the change, and it's cool. And I think the tournament ran incredibly smooth. There are sometimes a few Smash players that have conflicts, and we have to wait on them a little bit. That's normal. That's part of the game. In some of these multi-game tournaments, you're going to have that. But overall, just incredibly well-run production, TOs, staff. You had the bar downstairs providing food and drinks for everybody. The DC Danny is a new must-try. But, overall, just incredibly well-run event. It is. It is. And I want to thank you all for coming out here to the Edgeguard 2 live stream for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This has been one of the top-tier competitive LAN events. You've seen it here first. Congratulations to Vantox for winning it all, playing his heart out, and I cannot wait for the next time we can do this again. It's been fantastic. I can't wait. Again, thanks to Vantox for flying out from the Netherlands, Tynan from flying out from Alberta, Canada, and all the others flying from across the country, making the trek here to Edgeguard 2. Just super excited to see things go down, and I'm guessing we're about to wrap things up. Absolutely. Right? We hope you will tune in for the next Saturday Night Speedway. Do not know